Fest, but I'll tell you kind of how I got there.
Yeah, and we're talking to Shea D,
the milkman.
The
milk,
bro.
It was the milk.
Yeah. So should I just say how I got to fucking know you, bro? Like, so when I'm watching my people fight or whatever, like I'm like zoned in. But when I heard he's got it in sports mode, I was like, what? And then the day after, like, people are like, "Where's the guy with the milk?" Like, that was sick, bro.
Yeah, that was so much fun. So, but yeah, I ended up originally signing up as a volunteer for Skankfest, and then I hadn't heard back from him, and then the tickets went on sale, so I bought a 3-day pass immediately.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how long after that I heard back that I did get picked to volunteer. So I ended up hitting up one of my buddies and transferred my ticket to him. And then he came with me. And then it was actually pretty nice because if I needed to, because I was volunteering originally, we came in. So we drove in Wednesday from East Texas. We took my dad's RV and we found a RV park in a really sketchy part of town. There was definitely a lot of gang violence. But it was $25 a night, so
yeah. Is that where you're at now in Texas?
Yeah, East Texas. I live in Hallsville, but I work in Longview.
Okay, I'm trying to get out and sign up for Kill Tony probably maybe January.
Yeah, Austin's about 5 hours south of me. The closest comedy is the Rose City in Tyler, I think is what it's called. But Brad Williams is coming through. Dallas and Shreveport on his next tour. I saw ads for those the other day. I'm finally getting good tailored ads in my newsfeed for like relevant comedy stuff now.
Yeah, when he came out and was ba-wa-da-ba, I'm like, I'm Fat Kid Rock. I'm gonna go crazy, bro.
My name is Brad.
Yeah, like everything is so much like a blur, really.
Dude, I'll send you. I have a clip because I was security on the stage when he was doing that. I literally have a clip right here with him hopping around, just going hard. Please clip, find a way to clip it in of him because I literally have when he just, what about it, man? It was great.
Yeah, we got to.
And then came back out with the cowbell later and was just going at it.
Yeah,
the comedy jam was like I wouldn't say it was the best part, but consistently throughout the night, that was one of those things I would not miss.
Yeah, it just felt like it was a party, you know?
Oh yeah, and dude, like just the vibe in the room when like, especially when Shane came out and he's just like. You know what it is.
Yeah. No, I went.
Dracula starts coming on.
Dude, that's like one of my favorite karaoke songs, and everyone fucking loves Shane. So it's like, it was another moment where I was like tapped out, but I'm like, guess I'm going back in. Bonk, 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 just like, and I'm finally the bruises are going away, but like everyone thought
I've got some like in this bicep from Lewis cracked me when he came in there. He came for SpongeBob shorts. I think his name was Zeth with a Z.
Yeah.
That dude was fighting on LSD and PTSD. That dude was throwing heat. If you go back and watch the replay, I was doing my best to stay away from him.
That guy like doesn't even have social media or anything. He just shows up for the fights and like it just does acid. It just like cracks people's head open. It's just like,
yeah, dude. So like it was hilarious because he was in the Royal Rumble. He was in a couple of fights. So
yeah,
I had signed up so back to kind of how I got there. So I get picked to volunteer. I get assigned to the Creek in the Cave room, which I was basically just security for the green room in that section where it was nonstop comedy. So they would just have people coming through and then they would introduce the next comedian. It was nonstop comedy. So I basically just made sure that room had snacks and alcohol and whatever the comedians wanted. So
yeah,
it was super dope.
You volunteer all the days you were there?
Yeah, I technically was assigned 3 days, like a 5 to 1, and then an 11 to 5, and then a 5 to 1. But I showed up Thursday to help set up because I was like, hey, I don't have anything better to do.
Yeah.
So I showed up just to show face and help kind of get it all going. But there were people that were assigned to Thursday as part of the setup and like assigned to Monday as part of the teardown. So there was a lot of different schedules and stuff for people. But I was there for Wednesday to Monday. So even on Monday, I went to help tear down and there was so much free crap, dude. They made a listing on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist saying like, hey, free furniture, free all sorts of crap. And they had all those boneless couches that people were puking on in the green rooms and stuff for people to just take for free home. None of them knew what happened on that, but like
I got some knickknacks.
I got logs of knickknacks.
Bro, I should have taken more, but I was like, oh, I don't know.
Well, so my plan is since I had my vehicle there and so much room, I took some like some of the things that there was just like crazy amounts of. And I was telling people like if some of the other volunteers hit me up, I'll ship you out like kind of like a goodie bag between some like, those Florida Man sunglasses and koozies, and I may have a couple of lighters. I think I found like there was all sorts of cool swag that I was telling people like, yeah, if you DM me, I'll ship it out to you. And hell, it'll probably I have
you're a fucking
FedEx
legend.
account, so it'll cost me like maybe $6 in shipping. I get free shipping supplies anyway. So,
bro.
But yeah, it was so much fun. So I checked all the boxes about maybe a month. It had to be just about a month before Skankfest. Get an email saying, "Hey, here's a Skank fight waiver." And I was like, "Oh shit, we got Skank fights." And there's all these boxes. So pillow fight, sock wrestling, taser, jujitsu, Walmart fight. And I'm like, I don't know what half of these are. What did you sign up? Did you sign up for volunteer or comedian?
I've been going the last 3 years just fighting.
Really? You're just a straight up Skank fighter. I didn't realize that.
So the first time I went, I just went to fucking go for free and fight, and now I'm like, I have a new lease on life where I'm like, I bought a ticket this year and I wasn't gonna fight, and then as soon as they were like, who's signing up for fights, I fucking it's like I fucking smelled blood, bro.
Yeah. Was that on site that you signed up, or had they sent it out before?
On site. I mean, they already told me I could get free tickets and fight, and I was like, no, I just want to fucking buy my ticket, pre-sale, and make sure I can get into the fucking pre-show. Because like, how much would that suck if I was like, show up to the pre-show like, oh yeah, I'm Pinky. They said I could get my ticket, like, and then I have to fucking sit outside the Joy Theater. I was like,
yeah. The Joy Theater was friggin' hell of a night.
Yeah, dude. Well, everything was fucking
yeah, crazy. It was like just no. I went. I didn't really even drink that much because my plan was, first of all, I was on I was kind of a stand-in for all of the fights. So I had checked all the boxes. I told them like, whatever you need me for, I'm down for. So Friday, I was a standby for I think they ran out of time for the Walmart. Not the Walmart. They had a Walmart Friday. Was that the one you did on Friday?
I did the very first one against a guy
Yeah,
who's
you did the
3
very first
times
one.
my size.
Yeah. Was it the what's his name? Haas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went up to him beforehand. I'm like, you're obviously gonna win. Let's just have some fun, and then you could just fucking rock my shit. And no, he just went straight for rocking my shit.
Yeah, my partner. So yeah, Friday I was kind of a stand-in. I think I got bumped because they ran out of time for more fights because the big names in comedy had to go get to the next shows because they were on. Everything ran 15 minutes behind, anyways. But that's just Skank time.
Yeah.
So, and then Saturday, I had walked up to the ring and I had my hands wrapped. I was originally going to do the Walmart fight, and then they were just going to a straight boxing. And I was like, well, this hand isn't wrapped, but I'll throw it in a glove and we'll do it. And Lewis was like, what experience do you have? I was like, none. And he's like, this dude's going to kill you. And it was that Zeth dude in the SpongeBob shorts.
Yeah.
And, then who was the guy that was managing the fights? He was super cool, tall dude. Sounded like Adam Ray when he talked.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of his name because that dude was super cool. But it'll come to me. But that guy, he did a hell of a job keeping everything on schedule. He just took my place because I guess he had some experience, and Zeth pretty much didn't mop the floor with him. He held his own in there. But yeah, that was the second day, and then Sunday I ended up getting on the Walmart fight with Sean, which confused the host because they're like Sean, Shane, and Shea. they could barely figure it out. But
you didn't get tased or anything?
No. So in my Walmart fight, and I was talking to my opponent before it, and like he looked like he was nervous, and I was like, "Hey man, just chill. Like, look, let's use our left hand for boxing, and we'll use our right hand for the baby. That way, we're not throwing anything overhand to try and knock each other out. Like we're just gonna just punch each other up, work the baby, work the body, but like neither one of us wants to leave here with brain damage." And like he kind of was like, "Oh, okay," and then and warmed up a bit, and he was super cool. We were out there and put on a show, and then it was supposed to be like no time limit around, but Lewis looked over and was like, "This guy's gonna die," and gave him we got a break round when I walked over, and the corner man, what was his name, Jamar, I think, the dude with the straight skull tattoos, so he brings me my milk, and I'm just like, yes, my sweet milk. And then they start the second round, and we go out for a little bit, and he was fairly gassed, so I just kind of popped the baby. He dropped it, and then I walked back to my corner, and I got my milk, and I just did a victory lap, chugging that sweet 2% lactate milk. And that's when Jay shouts out, "It was the milk! It was the milk!" And Dave Attell follows through with, "The real winner here is Child Protective Services."
It was so wild when Lewis wanted to test the taser out on a fucking audience member, and no one wanted to do it. And then he saw me and fucking.
He saw you.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
This guy didn't do it.
No, he knew me. He fucking just like his eyes lit up, and he just fucking went for it.
Yeah, and then so after that, there was I think Uncle Laser's fight with.
That was insane. Shouts out to Uncle Laser for fucking holding his own.
Uncle Laser held his own penis very well.
He's friends with Eli.
Yeah, dude, they both did the naked roast, right?
Yeah, which was cool seeing. Kind of weird.
Yeah, you're like, oh.
Yeah, Celia was there too. But that was crazy. But so then that fight, and then they had the Royal Rumble. So I got to come in towards the end of the Royal Rumble, and dude, that was so much fun. There was Term K from Palmer Squares was still in it, and that dude is terrifying. Like when he started walking me down, I was like, oh, he could fuck me up if he wanted to. Like, I'm lucky I didn't have to fight him.
Yeah, Zeth was still in there. Again, was still fighting off LSD and PTSD. I could see in his eyes he wanted to prove something. So I was like, when you go back and rewatch it, I was literally like, I didn't actually try to punch him because I didn't want to make him mad. So I was just like flipping a lot, and then kind of roundabout, and like I'm gonna go find a different battle to do. And then what was who else was in there? Jamar, my corner man, the guy in the Speedo. We were in the corner, and like I was like, we just put our heads together. I was like, you want to do some phone booth boxing? He was like, hell yeah, dude. And we just started just all bodies. And who else? The do-rag and the deer tag. I should know his name.
Naeem,
yeah, he was in there, and like he was super cool. He wasn't trying to like throw anything crazy. He was just trying to stay in it.
he was probably faded.
Oh yeah, he was definitely like you could see at times like he was gassed out, and like
when he's leaning
kind
and
of
shit.
you'd kind of leave people alone, as you could see like Paco was in there, and Paco was about to puke, and like I was like, oh, this is the perfect time to breathe. I went to go grab the puke bucket and hold it for him. I was like,
yeah, shout out to Paco for reffing and being able to fucking break people when they need to get fucking broken apart.
Yeah, that was so much fun. And then Jason Ellis was refereeing the whole thing. And I think at one point Zeth was just like wrecking some people's shit, and I think he just like told him, like, all right, dude, that's good enough. You can go take it, like get out of here.
Did you see him after all that shit?
No.
He had like a fucking well on his fucking head, dude.
That makes sense, because when Lewis came in after me, you hear ding, ding, ding. Lewis comes in and he goes right for him, and they throw him for a little bit. And I just kind of like rounded over there to check on how it was. And Lewis sees me and hits me with a 2-piece that was like, that was the first 2 that hit me where I was like, okay, he's throwing. So I like did a little kind of roundabout, and luckily you can't see me off camera going like, just like,
yeah,
actually visibly like, oh, that was a shot there. So and then I ended up getting with one of the guy, the dude in the Speedo in the corner, and he's like, dude, I'm so tired, just take me out. I was like, all right, and just got him in the stomach a few times, and he dropped. So I did get one official takedown. I think I got another takedown when I was rewatching earlier. What was the other black comedian? That sounds terrible to say it that way.
Jamar Neighbors.
Jamar, yeah.
Who painted the logo for Let's Ruin Our Lives?
Oh, nice. Was Jamar the one that won?
Yes. It was so weird. It was like
it was hard. It was like none of the white people wanted to be the one to do the first hate crime and go for like three whites on one black.
If it was the place to do it.
The optics were like, this is core values to team up on the black people, but the optics still said on the pay-per-view card it's going to be hard to explain the core values of the Legion of Skanks.
Yeah.
Number one, I think if number one is racism, sexism, bigotry, you know the core values.
You could say it.
So, but yeah, that was so much fun. I was in there for a good bit, and then at one point, Term K was fairly gassed, and I kind of like walked him down across the ring, and I was like, all right, I'm not going to be a dick and try to take out one of these celebrities. So I was like, you can actually hear at one point I go like, all right, do it to me. And I just kind of like lifted up my guard and just let him just start socking the crap out of me. And then him and one of the other guys got me in the corner. I just took a knee and just kind of like bowed out. But I mean, I could have stayed in there for so much longer. I was having so much fun, the adrenaline, and like, exactly. I was like, I would have stayed in for as long, like just, I would have started. I wasn't trying. You can go back and rewatch it.
Skankfest have you been to?
That was my first one.
That was your first one, and you volunteered. You fought, like, bro. You made me proud, dude. Fuck
dude,
yeah.
That was, and I'll never miss another one. I'll volunteer every year. I'll sign up to fight every year. Again, that's on that email I got. I checked every box, and I was like, full send. And then it was about a month before Skankfest. So one of my buddies was like, "You want to sign up for a boxing gym?" I was like, I mean, I don't really feel like. I don't want to go in there with any experience, but they had a 2-week free trial. So I literally did like a 2-week free trial at one boxing gym. Kevin Aguilar, who had fought in the UFC, was one of the trainers there, which is pretty dope. But so I went there and did a couple of classes, and that was like literally the only experience I had where just kind of like teaching like coverage and just like that was like, and we're in there with what were those 12, 14 ounce like pillows on our hands. So like you really had to throw in order to get some hand through it.
Yeah.
Those weren't like when you go to like sparring and fighting, you've got like 8 ounce and they're just like little pads on your fist. Those things were like you had a lot of wiggle room. I was kind of like you could see just dapping people up in the corners.
Yeah.
But like yeah, it was so much fun. I mean, I honestly, like you said earlier, like getting people together for like a semi annual Skank fight reunion, have everybody meet. I've got property here in East Texas. I've got like a little over 10 acres in the backyard. I could throw some pallets up like street beefs.
Yeah, I'll do stand up. I'll host it. That'd be sick.
That would be hilarious. Just bring in like it was street beefs, right? Where they used to literally was just like pallets in a circle with a cage built around it.
And they'd have like weeaboos come in there doing fucking flips and shit. Like
yes. That was great. That's where like Wing C came from. Have you heard of Wing C?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
That dude ended up training with Mighty Mouse. That was crazy.
So I gotta tell you the story that made me fucking love Eli. So when I first fought 3 years ago is when I met him, and then they invited me to the Carnival of Combat, and I fucking flew to Florida. And he walks in and I recognize him. I'm like, oh, cool, I got a buddy or whatever. And Jason Ellis is like, I fucking hate that guy. We still don't know why. And then
because he's so damn handsome. Have you seen him?
I know. So I go up to Eli. I'm like, what's up, bro? And he's like, dude, I just fucking woke up in my hotel room and my head went through the fucking wall. I almost passed out. I shouldn't even be fighting. I'm like, what the fuck? And then he goes and fights. Like, I'm like, this guy is like a champion, bro. Like,
that's hilarious. I didn't realize where I recognized him from, but like at some point in the past on like my TikTok For You page, he had come across because he has like this like he looks like a newscaster sitting behind the table, like riffing on like racism and all the core values. Yeah. And so I didn't realize I recognized him there. And then earlier he posted in the Skank group and was saying, "Oh yeah, follow me on socials." And I was like, "Oh, I know that who this person is. That's why they look so familiar."
Yeah, he raps too, Brody Lowballer.
No, I saw it on Instagram. I got to check it out. Dude, Palmer Squares is one of legit my favorite rap groups and even bands of all time. Like if you go on my Spotify, like rewind, it's probably Young Gravy and Palmer Squares.
Hell
like,
yeah.
And so it was dope getting to fight with Term K.
Have you heard of Earthworm?
Yeah.
That's my boy. He's out here in Salt Lake. I'm trying to link up with him and do a video and shit.
Hell yeah. That'd be dope. Yeah. I just actually yesterday I saw that they dropped the lineup for Okeechobee in Florida, and Grizz is on it, Big Gigantic, Grammatic, and I was like, all right, auto buy. I just bought a 4-day pass, and I haven't even like hit up any of my friends like, who's going with me? I'm just like, I'm going. Like Grizz on the lineup is like for me 100% buy.
Bro, next year we're fucking hanging out with Term and Ack and fucking Jarv.
Crackamico is super fucking cool.
Oh yeah, fucking I seen him and he fucking followed me on Instagram and looked at my stories.
He was chilling in that pink suit, like just looking fly as fuck.
Yeah, no, and it like he fucking called me by my real name. I'm like, what the fuck? Like he's tapped in. If he knows my real name, like what the fuck, you know?
I after one my Walmart fight, I was walking around with my black baby and my one glove on, and he just gave me the nod, like.
Yeah, no. As soon as they brought out the babies, I was like, I want the black baby. I want the black baby.
I said specifically, I will fight harder. I will fart harder. I will fight harder for a black baby.
That's it. That's the end. We can't get funnier than a fart.
Fucking peak comedy. Speaking of farts, let me grab my gun.
What? I started coughing. I'm so afraid what he's about to grab. Hell yeah. I got my baby arm. I'm sad I brought boxing gloves and I didn't even I left them in my suitcase. Brought so many gay little outfit changes. I have a fucking history of fights, bro, in Florida, in Vegas, like, and so I fucking sprint to the fucking bag check and eat shit over my fucking suitcase. Both my knees, like I'm like, dude, I have less than an hour less in New Orleans. What do I deserve? Why do I deserve to get fucked up more? I'll show you. You scab. Are you at
It was just load.
Are you at an EOS?
Do what?
Are you at an EOS Fitness?
No. Oh dang.
Yeah, bro.
No. My father and I have a CrossFit gym. CrossFit Citadel.
Oh shit. Okay.
So that was really my only training for the fight, was just having conditioning of doing CrossFit workouts.
Yeah. Well, you killed it, bro.
Oh yeah, it was a blast. Like, I mean, again, I can't wait for next year, and I'm totally down to host like a Skank reunion semi-annual type of battle royal. Like we'll throw down the same type of. I'll find a bunch of used mattresses laying around Facebook Marketplace, and I'll start hoarding them in pallets, and we'll build a Skank arena in my backyard.
Holy shit. What I love to eat. Yeah, I think I have a little bit of CT from. I might need to. I'll definitely do some comedy and hype people up. Be the announcer. If you find me someone, dude, they keep pairing me up with people like 3 times my size.
Yeah, no, I mean, the way that was another thing I thought about, because like I didn't have any wrestling experience. Day one, when Kevin put that dude out, that was probably one of the craziest moments of Skankfest.
Yeah.
Day one, first round of taser jujitsu, which originally going into it, I wasn't sure if it was going to be both people start with tasers. There's a taser in the middle.
Yeah.
To start, or they start doing jujitsu and then they throw a taser in. So I wasn't sure like what angle. Lewis wouldn't even confirm it with me during the setup, but they went with taser in the middle. What's his face? The dude that was like looked like kind of like a mini version of The Rock, Johnson.
Yeah.
He was like fairly built. He looked like the clear like favorite. Gets the taser, to which everybody's like, "Oh shit!" And then before he's able to figure out the taser, he's like trying to click the buttons, and Kevin gets a rear naked choke locked in, puts him out, which not tapping is one of the most baller things. Like Conor McGregor tapped. Okay. Now Khabib doesn't tap, but Conor McGregor tapped. So this dude can say legitimately like, oh, I just went out, which is the most baller way to do it. And then Kev stands up victorious. We like quickly like, hey, flip him over. And he comes back, and it was like absolutely crazy. The crowd's chanting, "Holy shit! Holy shit!"
I know. God, yeah.
But yeah, it was nonstop. I mean, it was awesome because going from Skank fights, then I feel like Sunday, Matt McCusker was there on Sunday. So I went and I told my my lead for the Creek in the Cave Room. I was like, hey, this is a and I told him earlier in the week, and I was like, this is a non-negotiable. I have to be there for the shamans hour. I was like, I will abandon my post with reckless abandonment, but I just have to be there. He's like, I totally get it. And so I got to catch the shamans, probably a tight 45. He had 2 openers do like probably 8 to 10, and then he finished it up. And I mean, it was
Killer.
great. So I feel like it's got to be his next. He's working on whatever the next Netflix special is, because they're probably going to give him at least 3 more based on the amount of money he's making them.
Yeah. Got any closing words?
Drink your milk.
Drink your milk.
I think actually, if you get this up in time, there's still the Croc Black Friday sale going on. So shamelessly, I'd also like to shamelessly plug Crocs. You can make sure you get some that do have the sport mode option. You don't want to get some slides and get caught slipping.
I actually have platform pink Crocs. But I was like, I'm not going to wear those. I'll fucking roll my ankle or something.
But yeah, dude, if you need any workouts, hit me up, because I have CrossFit programming. So if you need any, they do at-home workouts every day too. So that way you can start getting in fight shape for next year.
Yeah, bro. Fucking mosh pit shape, bro.
Yes.
The mosh pit menace right here.
It was dope because I was like right in the front working. Like I would like walk up to other volunteers, like the people in the green staff shirts. And I'd be like, "Hey, do you need a break?" And they'd be like, "Yes." And I would just stand in for them wherever they were at. And like half the time, it would just be on like the people that were guarding the stage for like the different events. So I would just be standing there and like I'd be like, "Hey, you need a break?" And then they'd walk out, and then Shane Gillis would come up, and I'd be like,
It's like fucking whiplash.
dude, that was when Lewis. I mean, there's so many epic moments. Another epic moment when Lewis took the baby during Bohemian Rhapsody
Yeah.
and gently, like the fact that the baby's head was not ripped off in half a second is impressive. The fact that baby made it so far before it probably got hate crimed is
We all
legitimately
became a
impressive.
singularity at that moment.
Yeah, dude. I can't unhear what's going on by the Three Non Blondes.
Oh, dude.
Like the rock version of it is just like with all the community every night the community is just coming out and throwing down for the comedy jam was
Oh, yeah. Hopefully no one sees the fucking replay. I'm like crying the whole. Like, thank you. Thank everybody. Like, thank you
when I
for
heard those
fucking
little
volunteering, bro.
dude that was it was my honor and I would pay to volunteer. Do not let Lewis know this, but I would actually pay money to volunteer. I would pay money to be on the fight card too.
Damn.
But
Yeah.
it was an honor, and I will be volunteering until I die. We'll see how many years I make it before getting a tattoo. But you got one, right?
So I was like, I know I'm gonna keep fucking moshing. I'm gonna get the tattoo at the last minute, last day. And as I showed up, they were like, we're done. And I was supposed to have fucking Joke World come, and I was gonna get the Joke World logo tattoo, and he was gonna interview me, bro. Like,
that was really fucking tight.
I know, I fucked up, but it's whatever. When I go to Austin, I'll fucking get up. But yeah, this is just the fucking beginning, bro, and you're getting treated like a celebrity next year. I swear to God. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I can't wait. Like, dude, and I just want to take a moment to thank not the volunteers, which were the staff, but the actual crew. The crew people who were like all the behind the scenes, just like actually making the show work. Those were the real MVPs. They crushed it. I mean, probably you can hear people complaining about this, that, or the other between bathrooms and why there was a tilt-a-whirl and a gravitron. But it's like, if you don't like it, just don't write it. Like everything there was dope. The food, probably expanding, getting more food vendors in there. It's a trial and error thing. That was the first time they've been in New Orleans, so they're just working stuff out. The merch was I thought a lot of the merch was really cool. They had on the first day I was nice. I was rolling up and sizing t-shirts and they had a lot of the other comedians had their merch for sale. So it wasn't just Legion of Skanks making the money off the merch. They probably had all the other comedians who got to pick like a couple of different type of merch pieces. And I didn't get any of the tarot cards, but I'd actually walked around with a deck of cards on me, and I was having everybody sign them, all the comedians, especially the ones that came to my green room. So I've got a deck of cards. I got Mark Norman, Shane Gillis, Adrian Appalucci, Lemaire Lee. Mike signed one. He walked up to me like a psychopath. He just walked in the room and goes, and I was like, he goes, and then walked away. And then later, I had the cards ready. And I pulled one. I was like, Mike, sign this card. And he just drew a black dot on one of them. So I
shook his hand and I fucking pulled him.
Yeah, Matan seems super cool. Like, I mean, obviously he stayed in character the whole time, and like the commitment to the bit is great. But yeah, getting to see just like everyone. I mean, Lamorp came into my green room and just lit up a blunt.
What was weird is last year, Lemaire was in every single pit with me, and so when I seen him this year, I was like, "You gonna be in the mosh pit?" And he's like, "Nah." I'm like, "What? What the fuck?" Like, what happened?
He was super chill.
Yeah, no, he was super fun to hang out with last year.
Oh, I got to another highlight. I got to lift Fiona on stage in a wheelchair.
Yeah, holy shit, dude.
She was super nice, really very sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got to lift her up on stage and say, "That guy looks like he lifts." I'm like, "Where's my queen?"
All right. Well, you're a fucking Ellis Mania champ if I've ever seen one, dude.
Dude, it is pretty badass that like we can actually say we've been on pay-per-views and fought on the same card as Luis J. Gomez, Uncle Laser.
Yeah, bro.
And
you're my brother from now on. You know that?
fuck yeah, dude. Skank Brothers.
Skank Brothers. That's the name of the episode.
I'm the Lorax. I speak for the trees. Get on your fucking knees.
Dickie's insane. Dickie's insane. Brain.
Let's ruin our lives.
Genius.